There's a reason why I like CITI FM's morning show, because of the capacity to probe, the way they do the probing. Now, in this interview you're going to hear, CITI FM's lead morning show host, Bernard Avle, is talking to the headmaster of the secondary school in a directly probing question and answer about the situation. I hope Clementa Park had heard that interview, but here it is.
These are makeshift box rooms, not sleeping places.
They are never sleeping places.
So how come in the video you see where the yellow gallon is? There is a mattress in front of that door, and there's like a sleeping cloth on the mattress. What is that?
Yes. So you see, these are tricks that sometimes, let me use, excuse my word, you journalists can always do, and that's one of the reasons why most heads of institutions do not want to engage journalists. You have gone to dramatize. I don't know where he got the experience from. The possibility is that these buttons that you see might have been taken from the dormitory, which is just an attachment to the place, for him to cover his pictures or his videos and leave. So I am surprised. Seeing, if you come, that's why I said all journalists or media houses who wanted the truth should come to the ground. You see, when you say the picture is as if we have cleaned up a toilet, washed all the feces and all nasty things, and used it as a dormitory. It is not true. Far back in the 80s, this place has been like that. Look, you will not find fetus. There are no fetus.
Yeah. To be fair, you are right. When you look at the video, these are cubicles, but there's no toilet installed. But the other thing I saw in the second room, so I see a black bag. I see a student in clutches, and then I see a buta, which people use for ablution. So it looks like a place where somebody, and then I see clothes hang on the walls. You see, so it appears for those of us who are not in the school to be a place that is habited. I see people's slippers on the floor in the room, and I see a buta. So a buta is basically you pour water, go and do your ablution, come back. So it seems very much like a place that is being habited.
You are right. And I'm saying that, you see, the gentleman you saw in crutches is a disabled student. Now, there are two cubicles attached to the building that you see in that video. Unfortunately, again, this gentleman who did the filming did not film those cubicles, which are meant for prefects. Now, this gentleman in crutches is a student, third-year student. He is a disabled, and he's been allocated a accommodation that is upstairs. So we did him a favor. Because of your disability, go and live with the prefect. So he's privileged to be in a prefect's room. Yet he has been very disingenuous to the school by telling me that he also lives in a toilet. Can you imagine this sort of thing? Now the buta and then the cloth that you see. When we went back, we didn't see these things. Okay. Yet in the video you will find them. So the intention is that the prefect might have intentionally displayed these things to make the guy who took the videos, make it look as if it's a dormitory. Those cubicles are so tiny and so hot that students cannot live in them. How wicked are we to turn a toilet into a dormitory? Well, we have enough.
All right.
It is not fair. That's not fair.
That's very good to hear. The student in question that we had in the interview, he was wearing a checkered red top. You say he's a prefect. He did not directly, I didn't hear him directly say that they slept there, but what I heard him say was that they don't have toilet facilities, and therefore students have to do open defecation, and that when sometimes they even go to the dining hall to eat, they can smell the effects of the open defecation, which is not too far from the dining hall. So I did not hear him talk about sleeping in the cubicle, but what I heard him say in the video was that, and I've played this video on air actually, was that they don't have enough toilet facilities in the school, and therefore they do open defecation. Is this correct?
So there is a focus on toilet or dormitory. You saw the headline.
No, I'm not.
It's misleading. I'm coming. I understand. I'm just trying to tell you something. The headline is misleading. If you had said.
So which headline are you talking about? Because I'm not calling you in reference of a headline. I'm calling you in reference of a.
I'm trying to answer your question. That the boy said where he sleeps, he smells toilet. as if the school has no toilet. That's what I'm trying to answer.
Yes.
So I said that his headline then is misleading. If he had said, Ghana Senior High converts dormitory into toilet, it therefore means that Ghana Senior High lacks toilet. But he said Ghana Senior High converts toilet into dormitory, which means that we have toilets and we don't have dormitories. So now, the boy is saying that where he sleeps, and it is fact that his house, his dormitory is in that same building that you saw him. Well, he is a prefect. Where he sleeps, that they smell feces, it's just ridiculous. You see, why won't you smell feces if you are not very far from the main toilet that you live? The main toilet that they go to is and so it's not too far from the dormitory. We can't put it very far, and we cannot construct toilets for every student. The school we call toilet senior high then. So at least even in the university where students go to ease themselves, when you go in the toilet, you wait and go intense. It's the same thing as all senior high schools. Why would we be saying that because we have he said he sleeps in the dormitory?
No, okay. Again, let me just clarify. What I heard him say was that they don't have enough toilets in the school, and for which reason?
Enough food.
No, I'm coming. Let me just frame the question. That when they go to the dining hall, he wasn't even talking about the where he sleeps. So when they go to the dining hall, the effect of the open defecation is that there are flies and sometimes the smell. And then he also went ahead after he was asked whether people fall sick, and he says even he or somebody else had typhoid recently. So he was making reference to open defecation in the school because of lack of toilets.
And there again he goes. When they go to dining hall, that's why I said, let your reporter come here and take pictures. They should videotape whatever is there. You will find the dining hall is nowhere near any bush. It's nowhere near any toilet. To the extent that you say flies will come. Look, even in our homes, don't flies come in. Even sometimes in your bedroom, you find a fly. You'll be shocked to know where the fly is coming from. Can we go and prevent flies from going wherever they want to go? These are just ridiculous stories that this, and I believe these stories have been cooked by the same person, asking the student to say what he wanted to say. It's unfortunate.
Do you know the person who did the original story?
I know him.
Is he a journalist?
I know him. Yes, I doubt. I'm not sure he's a journalist, but I know him. I don't know him as a journalist.
Yeah, because you keep making reference to journalists, which is why I'm asking if this is the work of a
fact is that, so I'm saying this because some journalists, how do you call them? In fact, highly learned journalists that I listen to mostly have gone ahead to make comments on this without finding out like CITI FM is doing or CITI News is doing. Why wouldn't they find out? That's why I said journalists.
So you had the conversation. Clement Apak. I hope he heard this interview. This interview is a few days old. I hope he heard it. The headmaster says it's not true. I like the headmaster in the analysis he makes, and I like the questions that Bernard Abler was asking him. Headmaster says to Bernard that you say that the story is that we are converting toilets into dormitories. It means that we have enough toilets and we don't have enough dormitories. That's what the analysis means. I like that about him, and I like the questions that Bernard was asking him, that beyond this dormitories into toilet, the school prefect or whoever he was complained about something, open defecation, all of that. Yeah. Okay. So the story now is that the place where you saw, it's an abandoned block. It used to be part of the school. It's an abandoned block. There's nothing happening there. The students decide to go and stay there. Those of us who went to Presec in my generation can clearly relate to this. We used to call it Science School. Anybody who went to Presec between 1970, whatever, up to 1998 or 2000, we used to call it Science School. And we used to go and, I didn't do that, but people used to go and study there. They take their mattress and go there. There was no lights there, so they study there only in the afternoon. Sometimes they take their lights there because it's secluded and it's quiet and you can learn. So you are looking for Senior Lozo is in Science School. What's he doing? I don't know. So you go to Science School, it's such an abandoned, huge, big, uncompleted building. So you stand there, you shout, Lozo! Then you say, yeah, are they here? Where are you there? Come upstairs. That's how we were doing it. We are going to learn in Science School. Science School is an abandoned, uncompleted. So I'm sure the culture has not changed. So that's what the boys were doing. Then Clement Apak comes because of political hunger. Comes and says that, oh, this is the recklessness of Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. Such irresponsible leadership. So irresponsible leadership traits. It's high on indiscretion, it's high on irresponsibility, and it's high on not loving the nation. A politician must show love for the nation. And the way to show love for the nation is not to grab and score political points with every story. It's to investigate and ascertain so that we can say never again. It's not to say that NDC is better. It's not that. You can say NDC is better when you have the facts. No problem about that. You have the facts, you can say these are the other day Dr. Baumia was saying NPP is better. He said they've done free SHS, they've done this, they've done that. 30 years, President Mahama has not been able. You can say that. But you have to say that on facts. Anyway, so that was the headmaster's interview with Bernard Abla. I think that settles it. But here is what even settles it more. Earlier this evening, I have also received a video from the Ghana Education Service because I went straight to ask them, GES, what is going on? And they said, oh, wait. We have, apart from the Regional Ministers Committee, we are doing the report. We are sending people there. I said, let me know. This afternoon, they texted me and said, yeah, we got something now. We are still building investigations. So this is what has happened in Ghana. So I'm going to show you the video. A dormitory, a full-blown dormitory, has been built by the Akufo-Addo government for the Ghana Secondary School. That is why they cannot even fill the spaces. Ghana Secondary School, as of today, has space for not 1, not 2, not 50, not 70, but 300. If today we took 300 from 150 boys and 150 girls to Ghana Secondary School today, they will get accommodation. They will have dormitories. So where is the story coming from? Why didn't Clementa Park, the education ranking member, check? And guess what? President Mahama was compelled to weigh into the debate. That always hurts me. Because he didn't quite say, he was very clever, I have to say. He didn't quite talk about Ghana's, but he weighed into the debate. Have a look. This is President Mahama talking.
And now what's since yes say what your maho and son no more to me ako school a chain a brand new to your school fees from Quadano. And Quadano co school omunya baby na Yawabe mu near see dormitories, you see administration block, you see lecture halls, Emma Quadano, Baby Ayentimian, you know, Baby Ayejano, no, a Naka.
President Mahama trying to weigh into the debate, he said that people don't have dormitories. So he was sort of referring to it. But anyway, today he didn't say that, so we can't hold it against him. I think he was quite clever if he knew about the story and he didn't want to directly refer to it. I can understand why he won't refer to it. Because he knows as a former president that you can't blame president for that. John Mahama knows that. So he's enjoying the story as making MPP look bad. Yeah, that's okay. But he knows he can't say that president has done so. That's why he put it the way he put it. Clementa Park was different. He went ahead and tried to score political points, which is now turning out to put an egg on his face. I'm sorry, my senior, with the greatest of respect, there's egg on your face right now. After this story, there's egg on your face. Okay, here's what even settles it. The GES have been there, and this is the dormitory that Akufo-Addo had built. Well, dormitory that GES and the government had built for the school, which is still being used, which is huge, and which is in Ghanas. Here it is.
So this building we are looking at was constructed by the current president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana. This dormitory has come to relieve this school. In fact, it is the reason why the other dormitory is standing unused, empty. The 3-story building I showed earlier. It is the reason why that one is, because all the students there were evacuated into this one. So it's a very huge building, as you see. A 2-unit, 2-story building, as you can see. This one you are seeing is, this small one you are looking at, is supposed to be the JCR. But the students, because they've gone home, some of them, they've packed their beds and some other items inside. So this is just the building. I'm getting into it. You see the building, as you can see. Very huge one, very long one. This is where the students they dry their items. This has been handed over. The JCR, I think the seniors have converted that one into a seniors room. It's locked because they are not around. And then this is the building, very huge. To the end there, as you can see. Look at how long it is. The small room at the extreme end is the washroom and ironing room. They are the ironing rooms. That's where the students iron their items. I mean, their waste, rather. So we have them. Look at it. Huge story building. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo put up this for them. And look, you can see how beautiful it is. So Ghana Senior High School is not lacking dormitory space to go and put students in what do you call it, toilets, as you saw in the first video. I would upload all the videos for you to see. So this is Nana Addo Dankwa's work. You can see all these beds are new beds that were provided by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. You can see inside there. In fact, you see them. Some few students are there, the seniors, and then some other students reporting. You can see them. So it is not new. There's no problem in Ghanasco at all. There's no problem. The journalist, I'm sure, did his work out of mischief. It was mischievous. This is where they wash. This is where they do their washing. And you can see, this is where they iron their things, their items.
All right. So you had the headmaster. You saw the video. So that really settles it. So this is the truth. Now, please put back Professor Apak's photograph. Let me address him. So now we know the truth. Doc, now we know the truth. Are you going to apologize? Doc, good evening. Are you going to apologize to the people of Ghana and to your constituents in Busa South for this kind of thing? Now we know the truth. Everything that you said was not correct. And we now know that perhaps you were motivated by political gain. Doc, we love you. We don't want you to do that. You are our boss. You are a chief vandal. We really, really respect you. We don't want you to participate in that kind of politics. We are happy that you are in politics because you're a great leader. Once you're a chief vandal, you're a great leader. We are happy that you're in politics. Don't do this kind of, it's below Commonwealth Hall. It's too far below Commonwealth Hall standard. Truth stands. Doc, you know. Truth stands. That's what we say in Commonwealth Hall. What you did is untrue. How can you, a chief vandal, the epitome of truth stands, come and put out something that's untrue? The epitome of truth stands. What is this? It's so far below Commonwealth Hall. Maybe it's a Kwafu or something, it's fine. But Commonwealth, we don't do that, Dr. Park. We don't do that in Commonwealth. You of all people should know that. You're a chief vandal. What is this? Is that how you want to destroy the name of the hall? As a chief vandal, you are holding the image of our hall and you perform politics like this? I mean, I don't want to say, because you are a chief vandal. I can't say those things. If it's as you don't get it, like I will say other things. But you are a chief vandal. I can't say it. How can you do something? I'm so embarrassed. People were saying, you see your chief vandal? You see your chief vandal? I was looking at my phone. I said, oh. I said, yeah, your chief vandal. You see your chief vandal? They were laughing at me. I mean, how? Because I always talk about, when I'm talking about my friends in NDC and people I like in NDC, I talk about Clement Park, chief vandal. And then you do this. It's not good.